The Stitch Please podcast will be taking a winter hiatus until January. But in the meantime, we will not leave you hanging. We've got some beautiful new episodes coming up just in time for the holidays. The new series, Stitching Holiday Traditions, are first-person narratives from members of the Black Women Stitch community. These are first-person special dispatch stories from women in the Black Women Stitch sewing community who are graciously sharing the stories of their family traditions with us. Each of them has a beautiful and unique story that we think you'll appreciate learning about as they talk about the ways that their sewing, crafty, and creative lives intersect with the ways that they celebrate the holidays. So prepare yourself to have a really great time as we wrap up 2021.
Happy holiday, friends. If you're listening to me, I can't believe that you're listening to me and I'm saying that, but thank you so much. I want to first say thank you to Lisa and to her beautiful, amazing podcast, Black Women Stitch, to her supporters, to her listeners, to everyone that is partaking in this beautiful journey of crafting, sewing, and creating. So what I'm going to give you is a slice of Christmas. Picture this, 1970-something. Brooklyn, New York. First generation American, me, living in a loud, loving, rambunctious, exciting, demonstrative Haitian household. My father has the most beautiful tenor/baritone voice. We would listen to Tito Rossi singing Petit Papa Noel, Bing Crosby, and country music Christmas carols and French Christmas carols were all the rage in my house. My parents were loving and thoughtful, amazing, hard-working individuals, and they gifted us every single day with their smiles, with their music, with their heart. Christmas for them was not about what we wanted, but what we needed, such as heavy and beautiful winter coats, boots, snow pants, mittens, socks, new dresses, and such. Now, to adolescents, children, and teens, this was not exciting at all. But now, as a 48-year-old woman, oh, please, somebody buy me a nice downy wool coat. And please get me some awesome Sherpa socks. I beg you. But such was not the case in my household. But it was always full of love, laughter, and music, as I said. I have taken that tradition into my own home now. I did at first give my children the illusion of Santa. I want to let them have that experience that most of their peers had. The story, the suspense of disbelief. How is one human being able to circumvent the globe and get to everyone's home, the toys and all the wishes that they wanted in one freaking night? Impossible. I did allow them that fantasy of Santa for a while. And then one day I realized that my children were giving thanks to the wrong person. Unacceptable. I wanted my children to understand that they have a responsibility to our local community, to have the opportunity to provide amazing imprints of who they were as individuals and their character. I have told them, and my husband has told them, that, hey, every single day is Christmas for you guys. We celebrate, we honor you. So let's think about the things that fill you up. So Christmas for them are about that one big thing that speaks to who they are as individuals. That is, I have twin girls who are 13 and I have a son who's 15, and they all this year have asked for things that speak to who they are as humans. and how they want to be seen out in this world and what they want to create and what they want to do. And that's what Christmas means to us. We provide them a big gift or multiple small gifts that speak to who they are and what they're trying to craft and curate for themselves for that new year. Whether it's instruments, musical lessons, acting, voice lessons, etc., because these are the things that feed their soul. And that's what we're interested in. Christmas for us, whether it is the food that we partake in, the gifts that we share, are about feeding our children and the people that we love, their souls, their spirits, and their bodies. I am living in a different state from my parents and can be very lonely at times, not having both grandparents so close by. And as such, we decided a few years ago to adopt grandparents at our local nursing home. Please, a lot of some of these senior citizens didn't have family that came to visit them as regularly. So what that means is that we contact that nursing home, assisted living, senior care home, and ask, is there someone that is in their facility that doesn't have regular scheduled family visits, that seems a little down, that would appreciate having a family send them some things, whether it was a gift, calling, or cards, presents, or monthly or bi monthly visits. Imagine for my kids how exciting it is. Every year we pick a different person that we want to share our lives with. And as such, we do. So Christmas time comes around and we think about that senior citizen that we want to share our holiday with. What are we going to do? How are we going to show them that we care? Well, we take that same premise with the people that are in our lives, whether it's family, friends, etc. Christmas for us, whether it is the food that we partake in, the gifts that we share, are about feeding our children and the people that we love, their souls, their spirits, and their bodies.
You're listening to the Stitch Please podcast and the special edition episodes about stitching holiday traditions. We'll return to the story after this break. The Black Women Stitch 2020 wall calendar is bigger and blacker than ever. Not only is the calendar about 15% larger than last year's calendar, it still remains jam-packed with so much wonderful history about Black women's history, sewing history, and activist history. There's also a wonderful new feature in this year's version, and that is the quarterly pattern release. At the beginning of every quarter, you'll find original images from Black women artists. The patterns are available as a PDF download, allowing you to resize them to the needs of your project. Order your copy of the Black Women Stitch 2022 wall calendar at blackwomenstitch.bigcartel.com, and we will help you get your stitch together. And now we'll return to stitching holiday traditions. Thanks for listening.
For us, and how I celebrate Christmas is with music. We sing, we listen, we share. Christmas also are the sounds and smells of delicious cooking and baking. By sounds, I am talking about the stomping and the beating of the dough, because if I am not making Haitian patties for Christmas morning, my kids want no part of me. If there is no bread to be had with the soup, please, I might as well just leave this house, as well as the cookie making. Oh, and the dancing sounds of sprinkles hitting that sugar dough and cookie press and everything that goes along with it. And then the sight, lights, cards, homemade cards. We cut out snowflakes and we decorate them. We decorate Christmas, how people celebrate them in different countries, and try to find postcards or online images and put them all over the house. We want our house to be filled with warmth and creativity. We want the spirit of Christmas to be about being altruistic and seeing that it is more than presents. It is about community, it is about building, and it is about sustaining family and tradition. That's what it's always been for me, to the point that I make them leave out their shoes, because in Haiti there's tradition you leave out your shoes for Petit Papa Noel, which is Father Christmas, Papa Noel, and he will come and he will put money in your shoe. Not a lot, because nobody's tricking off like that. There are no red bottoms at the front door that I'm dropping $100, but I will leave $10 or $20 for the kids, and that is their play money, whatever they want to do. Additionally, we always open a gift Christmas Eve as a family, and that is typically a family gift, something that we all are going to share, whether it is a board game, because I love board games, or a trip that we have planned, or cooking lessons, something that we can all do as a family together. And then everybody goes to sleep. And I am toiling most of all the night, making sure that the homemade Haitian hot chocolate is going to be ready for the kids to have in the morning. And I will definitely make sure to send Lisa that recipe so that you all can have that experience of Christmas. Because let me tell you, the Haitian hot chocolate is something to be, it's something to call home about. It's homemade chocolate bark, and it is not sweet like how you think regular chocolate might be, and you shave it and you steep it in this milk or cream of carnation with star anise and cloves and cinnamon and the such, and it's just magnificent, and it's thick. It looks like almost like sludge, but it's delicious. And you have it with Haitian bread that I freshly bake. My kids wake up, we go to mass. In beautiful, shiny, homemade outfits. Oh yes, freshly sewn, gorgeous. We look like the family that you know is the family. Colors are matching and coordinated to the T's. Hair and all shiny and all pretty. Baby hair is all out. Sun, fresh haircut, looking fly. We're that family. Oh yes. So we go to mass, and then we, if we're not visiting any of our in-laws and we're home, we make sure we call everyone and tell them that we love them and that we miss them, and we hope they got our gifts, and we laugh and we talk about that. And then we have lunch, and lunch is the thing that I've typically prepped and prepped and prepped for days, and everybody talks about how amazing it is and what their contribution was and some of their favorite dishes. Then we open more gifts. Then we watch Christmas movies. Oh, I always save my favorite Christmas movies for Christmas Day. We do watch a bunch of holiday movies, but on Christmas Day, it's always going to be Miracle on 34th Street and It's a Wonderful Life. And then I started incorporating Scrooge with Bill Murray because I love that movie and it makes me laugh. Everybody's in and out of our house. Um, they're taking some of the baked goods that I've made, they're dropping off some stuff, and it's just full of laughter. So for me and my family, Christmas is about the sights, sounds, and smells. The sounds of laughter and music, the sight of color and imagination, and the smells of how I show my love to them in terms of baking and how I want to nourish them. So, for anyone that's listening, take this life lesson away with you when you want to celebrate the holiday. Let it be the kind of celebration that gives your family and yourself heart memories, that on your darkest days, you can look back on that day and that experience and know that you gave the very best of yourself, that you were selfless and caring and loving, and mindful to those that you wanted to have seated at your table and those that are implanted in your hearts. Happy holiday, friends. And to you, many, many more and blessings.
You've been listening to Stitching Holiday Traditions, a special podcast episode of the Stitch Please podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Come back next time and we'll help you get your stitch together.